As always, a big thank you to our sponsors bringing you these broadcasts from the state. Thank you to the Hanover sponsors who will hear from again tomorrow. Duas Automotive, B&W Electric, Inline Construction, Hanover Housing Authority, Blue Valley Insurance, Ricky's Cafe, Bruna Implement, Midwest Products, Main Street Market, Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, Stapp Brothers Petroleum, Hanover Electric, Duke's Bar and Grill, Citizen State Bank, Andy's Hardware and Lumber, and the Hanover Hospital. Again, we have our girls matchup set in Class 1A Division 2. It's 8-seeded Lynn. It's 3-seeded Hanover. We'll have that contest tomorrow at 4 p.m. right here on FM 95.5. Elsewhere across the state from today's action, 2-seeded Centralia takes care of Troy earlier this afternoon, 58-40. So Centralia punches a ticket to a state title. And only other Twin Valley League team in action tonight will be the 6-seeded Donovan West Mustangs against 2-seeded St. Mary's Colgan, who knocked out Valley Heights the other night. That game will play here at 8 o'clock. So Twin Valley League looking to make a run at some state titles. And we've got our next opportunity for the Twin Valley League coming up here in this one. It is the Axtell boys versus the Dighton boys, the Dighton Hornets, as we should switch our attention to some boys action here in this one. This is a contest that last year these two teams met up in the final game of the year, the third, fourth place game. This was after Axtell fell in semifinal action to Lebo in one of their worst contests in recent memory. As that Coach James Shaughnessy put it to me one day, I'm sure it wouldn't have been that bad, but it was a pretty rough go at it versus Lebo. Get Hanover out of my mind. Axtell did turn around and get an 8-point win over Dighton in that contest. It was Eli Brockshman leading the way with 25 points, a cool 15 from Brandon Schmelsley and 14 from Colin Shaughnessy, as Axtell shot 51% from the floor and 38% from the three-point line. Of course, I mentioned it last night in Axtell's broadcast. Eli Brockshman tied a state record for most threes in a tournament. He tied for third place, so not top, but he had 14 threes in last year's state tournament. That's tied for third all-time. The record is 14. He came out the other night and got himself 3 of them, so needing a big shooting night from Eli if we're going to keep that motion rolling. But staying on course with the game of last year, it was big games from Brockshman, Shaughnessy, and Schmelsley. It was a big game running for Axtell, too, as well, or second chance points, as they got 20 second chance points compared to just 8 for Dighton. Dighton is the team that outran Axtell, and you don't see that very often. They got 23 points off turnovers in that contest. It was Dighton that led at halftime, 36-33. Axtell cut that to a 1-point deficit at the end of the third quarter, and then pounced over Dighton in the final stanza, 28-19. In that final stanza, Dighton was held to just 26% shooting, while Axtell went off for 67%. Now, a name that we're going to have to pay attention to tonight for the Hornets, it's going to be Daniel Kramer. He had 38 points last year in that third and fourth place game. He put up 30 shots in that contest as well. 10 of 13 from the free throw line. He was 0 for 6, but an almost 40-piece in a third, fourth place game. And he has came out this season just as hot. He's a top 30 scorer in the state of Kansas. He's top 50 in steals, or top 50 in assists, and a tied for fifth place in steals per game with 4.5 per contest this season on a new look Dighton squad. And I say new look, but it's actually kind of very similar to last year. Another name we're going to have to pay attention to down low is big man. That says Carson Scheimer here in this one. This might be his brother now. A Boston. Oh, no, I just wrote it down. No, they put it as Boston Schreimer in the book, so we'll have to check out on that one. But so far on the year, Boston Schreimer down low for the Dighton Hornets has also been a, no pun intended, but stinger in the side of many teams this season, as he averages 8.2 points per contest, 6.1 rebounds. Those numbers might not jump out at you for Dighton, but it's his defensive pressure that has really wreaked havoc on teams this season. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at how Axtell statistically has done this year and how both teams did in their first round games. They're back on the 13th. To get ready for boys semifinal action here live from Colby. It's Axtell boys, it's the Dighton boys up for you next here on KNDY.
Cattle sales Thursdays at Marysville Livestock Incorporated. For upcoming consignment listings, go online to marysvillelivestock.com or call the sale barn if you're listing early consignments. Contact sale barn manager Jim Dollinghouse or any of their fieldmen. Marysville Livestock Incorporated, featuring cattle sales on Thursdays. For additional information and early consignments, go online to marysvillelivestock.com.
Tough Midwest lawns need tough American-made mowing equipment. This year, ride with the best on a new Hustler mower from Blue Valley Trailers in Waterville. Hustler provides top-of-the-line cutting performance while also offering first-in-class comfortable designs. With a full line of residential and commercial zero-turn options, Blue Valley Trailers can have you on a new Hustler in no time or service the one you have. See what options are available at BlueValleyTrailers.com or stop by the showroom on the east side of Waterville. Hustler mowers work as hard as you. Find the right model today at Blue Valley Trailers.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Max Lasky back with you here on KNDY FM at 95.5. Again, all our streams will be online at kndyradio.com and in the free KNDY mobile app as we get ready for the Axtell boys versus the Dighton boys here live from Colby, Kansas. Looking at both of these two teams fared in first round action. We're going to start with Dighton. They took care of six-seeded Lebo pretty handily, 60-40. Both of these teams handled first round action. As again in the boys bracket, all top four seeds made it to semifinal action, with defending champion Cunningham getting a 10-point victory over El Raya Christian earlier today. So Cunningham's already punched their ticket to a state title. They're awaiting the winner of this one here between Dighton and Axtell. But looking at Dighton's game last night versus Lebo, I had a chance to see them here. They just overpowered Lebo, and I'm going to be honest in that one. Dighton comes through with no starters under 5'10", on the season, and that's Daniel Kramer, and I'm looking at him warming up. I mean, he might be 5'11", 6 foot, but we're going to keep him there. In the contest for Dighton last night versus Lebo, they were led by Boston Scheimer with 22 points. Kramer, from the 1,000-point score in his career and a top 30 score in the state of Kansas, had 14 points, 10 points for Peyton Redburn. And other than that, scoring was low. 5 for George Vaughn. Well, let me get this one right here. George Vaughn Leonrod, I think is how we said it from last year. I'll double-check that one real quick. Noah Romer had 4, and Connor Wilson had 5 points. What sticks out to me about the win versus Lebo, though, is the turnovers. Only 4 turnovers for Dighton, as this is a very experienced squad. They start 5 seniors and bring 1 sophomore off the bench. Meanwhile, they forced 25 turnovers on Lebo. They turned that into 36 points off of turnovers against Lebo in first-round action and really dominated inside the paint. Again, Boston Schreimer, the big 6'3" senior down low, is something to be held accountable as Dighton outscored Lebo 32-16 in the paint in last night's win. Now, Dighton did go 0 for 7 from the three-point line. They ended up shooting 47% on the game, but they did not make a triple. And looking at their season stats so far on the season, I don't want to say that's not a part of their game, but, it's just not the biggest part of their game. They do have 267 threes attempted in 22 contests. Well, that's right at 12, so they do like to put it up about 10 a mark, but I'm sure they're going to start inside and work side out, and that might start in the favor of the Axtell Eagles. Looking at how Axtell did in their first-round contest versus Hutchinson Central Christian, they ran away with it just like Dighton did. It was a 20-point victory for the Axtell Eagles. Axtell is led by Logan Sandman with a double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. He also had six of his 10 rebounds were on the offensive end. Brandon Schmelsley ended up with 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's the leading assist man for this Axtell squad. Before mentioned Eli Brockstrom before our last time out. He had 11 points, 10 rebounds, and goes 3 for 10 from scoring. And you might be wondering if you're used to Axtell. Well, let's call in Shaughnessy, the 14-point-per-game scorer. He only had 6 points. He had all 6 of those in the first quarter, but guess what? That's the beauty about this Axtell team. They really jump on teams in the first quarter, and they go from there. We'll get into season stats here in a little bit, but rounding out Axtell's last game, their first-round game, they also got more second-chance points than Hutchinson Christian at 18-6. Axtell shoots it at a 45% clip. They hold Central Christian to shooting at 37%. And when I talked about jumping on teams, Central Christian never led, and there were no ties in Axtell's first-round win, again, as they run away with it with a 66-46 victory. Now, do want to pass along a stat for you. We have to get some clarification on this one from head coach Jason Tynan. Axtell now has tied the school record with 23 wins in a season. When I was looking at my stat sheets, I was going, no, they only have 22. How can they have 23? They've only played 23 games this season. Well, Keisha allows a victory, or they hand out a victory if a team gets a first-round bye in sub-state. So, since Axtell did that in that Tesket sub-state down there a couple weeks ago, Axtell now has tied the school record for 23 wins in a season. That record was just set last season, so it's been a heck of a 3-year run for head coach Jason Tynan and his squad. But the Eagles will look to set a school record and maybe set it out of reach with only a 1-loss season. They were able to defeat Dighton and then defeat Cunningham coming up in state championship game action tomorrow. We'll take another time out of our pregame. When we come back, we'll take a look at the season and how both of these teams got to this point in state. We'll take a look at a few season stats before getting ready for you for starters and game action coming up in about 13 minutes here on KNDY FM at 95.5.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
As the weather turns warm, it may be time to breathe new life into your outdoor space. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to browse their wide selection of premium lawn fertilizers and insect repellents, grass seed, potting soil, and lawn tools to make the job easier. All the gardening essentials for whether you're a seasoned green thumb or a budding enthusiast. Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber have what you need to grow something beautiful this year.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a muddy rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
The answer is yes, SBS.
At SBS Insurance, we believe in service beyond the sale. We are fortunate to have multiple competitive companies to quote your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. By taking advantage of our annual renewal review, you can rest assured that you have the right coverage for the most competitive rate. Contact your local SBS office today to see how we can provide you service beyond the sale.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
D&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. D&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. D&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. D&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5 live from Colby Event Center. Twin Valley teams looking to make it 3 for 3 getting into state championship games here in Class 1A Division II. Lynn girls and Hanover girls will match up for a ride at the Class 1A Division II girls title tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That game here on KNDY. And it's the Axtell boys looking for a shot at their first title since the 2013 season. Axtell's been to state 5 times since that year, all under head coach Jason Dighton, now in his 10th year at the helm for the Eagles. Looking at how both teams got here real quick as you look at the season, we're going to start with Dighton. They come into this contest 21-3, a high-scoring offense, averaging 60 points per game. They only allow 36 points per game on the season. Their closest game in recent memory was a 44-41 victory over Ingalls back on February 7th. As Dighton comes in here smoking hot, they've won 18 games in a row. They defeated Wheatland Grinnell by roughly 48 points in first round of sub-state. Then they took care of Hodgman County by 20 in the championship game. Again, they took care of Lebo by 20 in the first round of state here in this one. Dighton's only 3 losses came within the first 5 games of the season. They fell to Waukene Trigo Community High School, a Logan Palco team who the Hanover boys defeated down in Tesca. Logan Palco was undefeated going into that contest. Then also Dighton's 3rd loss of the season came to La Crosse. All of those games were back in December. So February and March have been very good to these Hornets. As for the Axtell boys, again, they are looking for history here in this one. They have 23 wins on the season. This is coming off a 23-3 year last year, a 3rd place finish at state, a 21-6 year 2 years ago with a 4th place finish at state. The last loss for the Lynn boys came back on December 30th versus Auburn in Nebraska, a game that Colin Shaughnessy did not play at, if I remember reading my stats correct. So it is 20 straight for the Axtell boys coming into this one, while it's 18 straight for the Dighton boys getting into this contest. Looking at season stats here real quickly, Dighton, of course, led by Daniel Kramer at 20.5 points per game. He pulls down 2.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, while also punching in 4.5 steals per game. Again, he is a top 30 scorer in the state of Kansas. He's tied for 5th in steals, while also top 50 in assists. Other ones to watch out for today, it's going to be Boston Scheimer, the 8.2 points per game scorer down low, 6.1 rebounds per game. And then Redburn here, it's going to be Peyton Redburn, the 5'11 senior, averaging 9.6 points per game and 3.8 rebounds per contest. on the season. It's a decent shooting team for Dighton. They shoot 45% from the field. They shoot 30% from the three. They shoot 62% from the line, led by Kramer at 79% from the stripe. Next closest is Redburn, and it's not Peyton, it's Sean Redburn, the sophomore, who only has 3 attempts, 67%, 65 for Peyton, and he's at 63% on the season. As for the Axtell boys, talked about it in first-round action. It's a balanced attack. They like to play inside out, but they have got some shooters in Eli Brockshman and Colin Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy leads this team at points per game at 4.8 per contest. Second scoring Eli Brockshman at 13.8. Brockshman leading this squad at nearly 9 threes attempted per game, and we saw that in first-round action when he pumped up 10 of those. Brandon Schmelsley also pitches in 11.5 points per game, and Logan Sandman pitches in at 12.7 down low, as Sandman, one of the most improved players in the Twin Valley League, I think, as he also pitches in 8 rebounds per contest. Axtell, of course, gets after it defensively. They force about 10 steals per game. They get about 2 blocks per game, and Sandman gets himself about a block and a half per contest at the back end of this Axtell defense. I saw this stat, too, the other night. I want to make mention of it again. A lot of times when you think of team shooting, you know, like I just said, as a squad, they shoot about 48% from the field, but inside the arc, they have 4 Eagles, make it 5 Eagles, that shoot over 55% from the floor. That's Brandon Schmelsley, Wyatt Detweiler, Landon Smith, Logan Sandman, Colin Shaughnessy. Then Joe Liebarger off the bench shoots it at 66%. So you don't often see that from a high school squad, but they are deadly from just about everywhere on this court. We talked about them getting out early, the hot starts too as well. Axtell on the season, when it comes to scoring in the first quarter, they have outscored opponents 17-10 in the first quarter, and then they go on to score opponents 16-11 in the second quarter. So normally up by about 10 points at halftime this year for the Axtell squad that has one goal in mind, and that is to bring home a second state championship to the Axtell community on the boys' side of the basketball court. Of course, the story's been told on the football field. 4 straight years undefeated, 4 straight state titles, many track titles too as well. Back-to-back boys 1A Division II boys track titles. But the lone one escaping this Axtell program is the basketball championship. And they have, as I've said many a times throughout this year, probably the best opportunity to make it this season. One last stat I want to pass along for you, too, because I had to text James Shaughnessy, the assistant coach for the Eagles, about it last night. On the season, Axtell averages 9 or almost 20 assists per game. They only turn it over at a 14% clip mark. So, A, that's good, but B, what do assists do? They turn into made buckets. In Axtell's first round game, Axtell had 27 made buckets on 21 assists. The ball moves, the ball finds the hot hand, and whoever has it rolling for the Axtell Eagles is the one that's going to take advantage. The Hornets are going to have to be disciplined defensively. They play a 2-3 zone, sagging down in the middle, so Axtell's going to have to hit some shots from outside. Like I said to Coach Shaughnessy before the game, you have one of the best passers in the league in Brandon Schmelsley right in the middle of that defensive zone. So high-low action. Watch for that here in this one. Watch for the three-point ball. And then, of course, as always, when you talk Axtell Eagles, allowing 44 points per game, watch the defense, and let's see how they come out and really smack Dighton in the mouth. Again, in the first-round game versus Hutch Central Christian, Axtell came out, jumped out to a big lead at halftime, 38-24. They hit their first 8 or 9 shots before a missed dunk by Brandon. But other than that, it was all cherries and ice cream for this Axtell squad. We're going to take our final time out of pregame. When we come back, it's starters and game action for game number 3 of our triple header here from Colby Event Center.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
If you have plumbing, electrical, heating, or air conditioning service needs, call on the team at Eagle HVAC and Plumbing. Tyler and the crew can handle any project from backups, lights out, or heating and air conditioning service. With quick, friendly service to Axtell and all surrounding communities on both new and existing construction. Eagle HVAC also stocks a full line of name brand appliances, and they offer excavation work as well. Turn to Eagle HVAC and Plumbing of Axtell. Find them on Facebook.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
Max Blasky back with you here from Colby Event Center. We have two of the top teams in the entire state of Kansas getting ready for boys action. Axtell finished the season ranked 3 in the KBC coaches poll. Dighton finished 5th, right in front of Hanover. One of the highly anticipated matches of this entire state tournament is about to happen. The winner will go on to face reigning champion Cunningham. Took out Elvira Christian 79-69 earlier today behind an amazing performance from Cunningham's seniors. Will Wager went off for 30, while Luke Albers, an all-state player, went off for 32 in that win for Cunningham. Winner of this one gets them a rematch of last year's 3rd and 4th place team, about ready to tip off between Axtell and Dighton here from Colby Event Center. We're going to get starting lineup started for you here. First off, out front for Dighton, it's going to be Daniel Kramer, the 5'10 senior, Peyton Redburn, the 5'11 senior. George, we're going to listen into this one real quick. For George Von Leonrod, the senior down low. In the bottom side, it's going to be Noah Rimmer, 6-foot senior, and Boston Scheimer. Von Leonrod, I think, is what he went with. We're looking, didn't get quite pronunciations on this one here from Dighton. But Dighton will start Daniel Kramer, Peyton Redbird, George Von Leonrod, Noah Romer, and Boston Scheimer. Of course, Dighton comes in again 21-3 off a 20-point victory in first-round action. Axtell starters will be very quick as there's no changes. Wyatt Detweiler, the 5'10 sophomore, Landon Schmitz, the 5'10 junior, will be out front for the Eagles. Eli Brockschmidt in the middle, the sharpshooter, 6-foot senior. Well, down low, it'll be Brandon Schmelsley, the 6'2 senior, and Logan Sandman, the 6'4 sophomore. Jason Tynan in his 6th year at the helm for the Axtell Eagles, coming off a 23-3 season. Axtell now 23-1, their most wins in school history. We'll look to break that record here today and punch their first ticket to a state championship game since 2013. Detweiler, Schmitz, Brockman, Schmelsley, and Sandman will get us going. Hanover Axtell will be in their home white. Blue Axtell on the chest, blue numbers front, back, and red trim. Dighton will be in bright orange uniforms, black Hornets on the front, numbers front and back. In the jump circle of Sandman, it's Scheimer, and off and going here from Colby. First possession will go to Dighton. Working left to right as we see it. Axtell come out. They're patting man-to-man defense. Who's going to check? Daniel Kramer, one of the best seniors in the state of Kansas. But the first shot from the short corner by Austin Scheimer over Logan Sandman is good. Scheimer in having himself a heck of a senior season, averaging just under 10 points per game. At the other end, Logan Sandman answers one back, and it's back and forth down low between both of these teams. And Axtell does put up a few threes on the season. They throw up about, I think it was 16 per game is what I did the math on, 18 per game. Well, Dighton only puts up 12. So game inside really starts this offense, though, for Axtell. Man-to-man defense here, back on this left side of the course. Dighton works left to right. It's going to be Von Leonrod backing down with a smaller wide Detweiler, and George misses his first shot. Dighton will be in this 2-3 zone, as head coach Jane Shaughnessy alluded to last night. There's high post action for Smelsley. He kicks it to Smith. Left wing, landing all the way in, feeds Brandon. Layup good for Brandon Smelsley. Set up on a beautiful pass by Landon Schmitz. And early on, it's 2 buckets, 2 assists for this Axtell squad. 4-0 early on as pressure applied full court by Axtell. Inside the lane, shot off the glass, no good from Peyton Redburn. One and done. Here comes the Eagles. Smelsley left side all the way to the front of the cup, looking for some help. He's going to travel with it, though, as he got caught midair and couldn't find anyone to toss that rock to. In starters for Axtell, same as always. Wide Detweiler, Landon Schmitz, Eli Brockman, Brandon Smelsley, and Logan Sandman. Here's going to be a take at half court. Misses the easy bunny is Daniel Kramer, but Landon Schmitz took a shot, and his head bounced off the court as he went high to try and force that incomplete pass. Went for the steal. Quickly come out the athletic trainers here for Landon. He looks like he's all right. Some deep breaths being taken. Again, bounced his head off this hard floor. Very good there. He's up. He's at least setting on his rear end now, so that's a good sight for Landon. We're going to take a quick timeout here. We'll come back to Colby after this.
Either an after-the-game stop or a midweek lunch option, head over to Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell. Serving up juicy burgers, fresh wraps, crisp salads, or stiff drinks made just the way you like them. Whether it's a quick lunch or a night out, Ace's is your go-to spot. Open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and suppers Wednesday through Saturday. Make Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell the place for delicious eats, great drinks, and good times. Follow the Facebook page for daily specials and menu options.
Back quickly here to Colby, Kansas, Landon Schmitz. He's all right. He's at the end of the bench being checked out here by the Colby athletic trainer, I'm sure, for a concussion. There are some big smiles. There are some big laughs shared by that Axtell bench. So I bet we will see him here just as soon as that headache goes away. But he's going to have a lump on the back of his head. Colin Shaughnessy off the bench in his place. Misses a 3. Offensive board, though. Logan Sandman puts it in for his second bucket. And I don't think, again, seen a team like this all season. The Hornets come in 21-3. But again, this is one of the best men's teams I've seen in quite a while, and a hungry Axtell team too as well. Schmitz will go quickly right next to the side of assistant coach James Shaughnessy. I'm sure we'll check in here soon. Here's the near side triple by Peyton Redburn. 5'11" senior knocks it down at the other end. Little floater off, no good. Logan, another offensive rebound, and he's going to be fouled going up for his second attempt. Now, Logan Sandman, only about a 50% free throw shooter on the season. He'll admit it's a portion of this game that he wants to work at, but only a senior here, only a sophomore, for the Eagles. Got a bright future ahead of him on that big frame of him, too, as well. First free throw's off the mark, no good. Logan under 50% on the season at 49%. So that means he's due on the next one, right? Free throw up. It's good. He gets 1 for 2. And good sign here as Landon Schmitz right back out there for the Eagles. And hopefully he sleeps on the side of his head because he's going to have a lump on the back. And here we go again. Kramer gets behind him defensively. Kramer to the cup and down and good. That's what happened the last time was Kramer got behind him on the full court pressure by Schmitz. Schmitz just got beat or got burnt deep on that one. 3-ball, Brockstrom corner, no. Offensive board, Landon Schmitz. Looking for some help, kicks it out, Shaughnessy. Around the horn, Schmelsley attacks down the middle. Brandon all the way to the cup. He's 2 for 2, a quick 4 points now for Brandon Schmelsley. 9-7 early on is our lead. Daniel Kramer will be hounded by Landon Schmitz. 2 of the best defensive guards in Schmitz and Brockstrom, or Detweiler in the league this season. Kramer up top, looking for some help. Spit pass inside taken by Schmelsley, and now an undercut foul will be called on George von Leonrod. It's going to be his first personal foul. As Schmelsley just stepped right in front and intercepted that pass. Then defensively, Axtell will force about 10 steals per contest. That's 10 steals, so they force about 15 turnovers a game due to their defense. 9-7 here early on, first quarter action. Schmelsley, good-looking chop from the middle of the shot. No good, though, on his third attempt. First miss for Brandon, and still a 2-point lead for Axtell. Up and down we go. It's right to the front of the cup. Goes von Leonrod. And he's going to be fouled. Who did they put that on? That's going to be Colin Shaughnessy, his first personal foul. Early on, it's been a track meet in this one, and kind of to be expected. Dighton, I remember last year, really liked to get up and down the court. And, of course, we saw it in the final score from last year, 72 to 80, as there was 152 combined points in that contest. Von Leonrod knocks down the back half of the free throw. He goes 1 for 2, makes it a 1-point deficit for Dighton. 3:46 left to play, first quarter action inside. Logan Sandman working right block, shovel pass to Shaughnessy, shot up from the left block. That's going to be short from Colin. He's 0 for 3 from the floor to start off with, but Axtell getting it right to the front of the cup. Again, winner of this contest will take on reigning champion Cunningham. At the other end, an and block will be called down. I think that's going to be 2 on Colin Shaughnessy now. It will be as he tried to take the charge. Daniel Kramer, you see why he is the top scorer in the state of Kansas. He takes it right to the teeth of this Axtell defense, and guards for the Eagles are going to have to move their feet out front with the 5'10 Kramer. Head coach Jason Tynan will do just that, go with his small lineup here now as Logan Sandman will check out of the contest. Free throw is down from Daniel Kramer, converting the old-fashioned three-point play. In last year when these two teams met, Kramer went off for 38 points. He's already got 5 here in this first quarter. Dighton leads it by 2, 11-9. Axtell held the early lead in this contest, and since then, it's been all Hornets. We'll 4 out, 1 inset. Your 1 inside is going to be Brandon Schmelsley. Schmelsley looking for the lob backside. No. Eli, a deep 3 off the rim. No good. Colin Shaughnessy rips down the board. The important factor for Axtell here today, getting second opportunities. Smith steps in a 3 off the rim. No good, but Shaughnessy tips it out again. That's actually going to be Eli Brockstrom tipping this one out. Now Brandon side. Detweiler, right corner 3. Now he got it. Hit it every part of the rim, and it finally dropped down. The suspense was killing everyone on that one. And a heck of a possession there for Axtell as they finally get the drop down. At the other end, 3, answer no good from Romer. Axtell off and running. Eli will run point. Looking to go right down Broadway. Kicks it right corner, Detweiler. Detweiler baseline, no look pass. I think that was tipped into the net. Turnover Axtell. Here comes Dighton. Quickly into the near side of the court is George von Leonrod. I just like saying that name now. I think I got it figured out. He's got it in the corner. George working against Detweiler. Stopped good by Wyatt. Looking for a cutter. That's Kramer. Now has to get it off to the big man, Boston Scheimer. From the free throw line shot, that's an air ball. Good defense by Brandon Schmelsley. Austin Scheimer started this contest with a smooth-looking jump shot from the right baseline from about 12 foot out, but that one a little bit too short on that one. Final 2 minutes of this first period, 1-point lead for Axtell. Smelsley, high post, kicks it now out top. Smelsley against the free throw line. He'll look to attack. Look for the 4 out. Can't find anything. Eli will take the shot. No, off the rim, no good. Eli now an early 0 for 3 from behind the arc. That is going to be a key for Axtell to make threes in this one. And so far, it has not worked out. They've hit one triple, and that's Wyatt Detweiler's 3 that rattled on every side of the rim from that right corner. Logan Sandman will check in for Colin Shaughnessy. Again, this is a team for Axtell that will go 60 for sure. We'll probably see Joe Liebarger and possibly Dalton Heinen later in this contest. Good backdoor cut there by Kramer as he takes the left wing, guarded by Shaughnessy. Steps in, shakes and bakes, step back shot there by Daniel Kramer. What a pretty-looking attack against one of the best defenders in the league. It's back to a 1-point game for Dighton. Who's going to check Kramer the rest of the way? Brocksterman calls out a call. Top side. Left side now, Detweiler. Fakes on a 3. He's looking for middle. That's going to be Logan Salmon. Tip pass to Smelsley, who puts it up and in. Again, assists on buckets here are the key for Axtell. They regain the 1-point lead in this back-and-forth first half. Kick out 3 left wing is off, way off from Peyton Redburn. Brandon running it. Wolf poked away from behind. No one told him. Turnover. Actually looks around like, come on, guys. Let me know what's going on. It's poked down there by Redburn, who missed the shot. Kramer will bring it across the timeline, working right to left. Guarded again, man-to-man by Landon Smith. Smith won't give him air to breathe. Now here near side to Romer. Final 20 seconds of this back-and-forth quarter. Kramer top side, whips a pass inside off the hand of Redburn. Too hot to handle from the fastball pitcher in Kramer. Whips it left side now. Driving baseline is Romer. Romer at the lane block. Oh, no, we're going to get a block underneath. It's going to be called on Wyatt Detweiler, who is set up for the charge. It was a clean block up top by Brandon Smelsley. Head coach Jason Tynan, Tynan wants an explanation. Of course, there is that 3-point circle here at Colby Community College, but we don't play that in high school ball. Schmitz will pick up his second personal foul now. Detweiler pick up his second personal foul. At the line, it's Noah Romer. He misses the first one. Second one up coming for the 6-foot senior. 2 quick dribbles and a spin in the left hand. Righty puts it up, down, and good. He hits the back half. It's a tie ball game at 14. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Eli across the timeline. Kicks it right wing to Landon. Back to Eli. Fader 3 from the corner. It looked good, but it wouldn't go down for Eli Brocksterman. We're knotted up at 14 here at the end of 8 minutes. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Planning new construction? If it's an outbuilding, storage, home addition, or a new home, the pros at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber will help you put together everything you need from start to finish. They can help you with your design with recommendations and cost estimates, helping you find the right product at the right price. And it's delivered free for you when you're ready when you shop local. Everything you need for your dream home or a simple shed is at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Visit with them today.
Back and forth we go here in broadcast number 2. More points in this first quarter than we saw in the first half between Hanover girls and Lebo girls. I'd like to see that, though, here from Colby. Knotted up at 14 here as we start the second stanza. Winner of this contest will go on to face defending champion Cunningham tomorrow at 6:15. Detweiler, high post, kicks it to Shaughnessy, top side. He fakes, feeds it to Salmon down low, but good hands down low, forces the turnover. Kramer off and running ahead of the back at the rim, puts down by Daniel Kramer. He's got 9, and head coach Jason Tynan is irate over there on that Axtell sideline. We'll take a quick 30-second break. It's a 2-point lead for Dighton. We're back after this word.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Back here with second quarter action, 2-point lead from Dighton, back and forth. Both teams pretty hot from the field. Axtell was 38% in that first half, while Dighton was 42%. Dighton was led by Daniel Kramer, now with 9 points. Meanwhile, Brandon Schmelsley had 6 for the Eagles in that first stanza. Short right corner, Logan Salmon will set this possession up. Looking for some help. Kicks it to Broxman, top side. Now Detweiler up top the key. Feeds it to a streaking Broxman as he comes all the way around the horn. There's going to be a foul called inside as Daniel Kramer got a little handsy with Brandon Schmelsley. It's hard to knock the KU football commit off his position, but Kramer ran into Brandon on that one and certainly did. First team foul on Kramer. Detweiler inbound underneath his own basket. Line set here for the Eagles. Quick inbound. Send it to Detweiler. Now short corner, Schmelsley. Schmelsley over the tall center. Puts it in. Brandon Schmelsley, I think 8 points here in this one, and a smooth operator from the mid-range as he got it over the 6'3", Dalton Scheimer. Now left corner, Romer will take it now up top to Kramer. Kramer again guarded by Landon Schmitz, who took a knock to the head earlier in this one, but back out there, stalled here. Floater by Romer, and now he's going to pick up his second personal foul, going for the offensive board. As a good defense by Brandon Schmelsley and Wyatt Detweiler to gang up on that one. First sub off the bench for Dighton will be a number 14, Charlie Vogel. Vogel, the 6'3" sophomore. Logan Sandman gets a bucket on the offensive end for Axtell. Now a foul will be called in the backcourt on Landon Schmitz. His first personal foul. He got a little handsy with Kramer trying to force him up full court. Again, full court man-to-man pressure by the Eagles. That's their forte. They try and speed you up. Kramer stop, pop, straight on 3. That's off the back iron. No good, but offensive board pulled down by Dighton. Second opportunity, free throw line shot from the big man, Boston Scheimer. A high archer is up and down for Scheimer. Left wing, Schmitz speeds the left baseline. Now to Sandman. Around the horn it goes, ends up with Schmelsley at the free throw line. Landon Schmitz, left corner 3. He got it! Landon Schmitz, a triple from the left wing. It's a 3-point lead for Axtell, 21-18. Kramer gets behind the defense again. He's met at the rim by Wyatt Detweiler, but a good foul by Detweiler to force Kramer to the line. But maybe not, because that's going to be 3 now on Wyatt Detweiler here in this first half. But this is the third or fourth time now that Daniel Kramer has got behind the Axtell full court pressure, and just a full court lob pass is all it takes to beat it. Detweiler will have to check out. Back in will come Colin Shaughnessy. For Detweiler's got 3. No other Eagle has more than 2 besides Shaughnessy. Drops that one in as Kramer goes 2 for 2, so maybe not a smart foul there for the Eagles. Still a 1-point lead, though, for Axtell in this tightly contested semifinal game here in the first half. Schmelsley kicks it out. Shaughnessy, left corner 3. No. Offensive board ripped out of there by Logan Salmon and put up for another bucket. 9 points early on here for the big man down low for Axtell, as he is everywhere on the offensive boards. Kramer across the timeline, pass Schmitz, gets to the left elbow, shot pops, good-looking shot there for Daniel Kramer. No offense, they need to get Landon Schmitz just back on his hip pocket. Daniel Kramer now has 11-13 of Dighton's 22 points. Pass inside, tipped away, taken here by Dighton on the Axtell turnover. Unofficially, 6 of those now in the game. Inside shot blocked by Sandman. Axtell's off and running. Shaughnessy left elbow, gives it to Brockman. Looking to get downhill, now kicks it to Sandman. Left elbow, pump fake, and throws it right into the hands of Daniel Kramer. Turnover's becoming a problem here for Axtell. They still lead by 1, though. 4 minutes left to play in this second quarter. Topside Kramer looking to shake and break Eli Brockman as he checks him. Short left corner, shot up by Scheimer. That's an air ball. Good defense by Logan Sandman. Eli will now run point. Looking to go right baseline. Pokes the top side now to Brandon. Left wing, Landon Schmidt thought about a 3. Now goes short post with Sandman. Axtell will reset. No one's guarding Eli straight on, and he misses that one. No, Eli's a good shooter, and they're going to let him shoot, but he's now 0 for 6 from behind the arc in this one. Normally, again, mention it, a very good shooter on the season is Eli at 34%. Yak up about 9 of those triples, but here in this one, after the first half last night, just didn't look to be his gym here in Colby. Kramer looking to stake Smith, and a hand check foul is going to be called on Landon Schmitz out top. So now your 2 guards, Greg Coach Jason, are in foul trouble as Schmitz has 2. Detweiler has 3. Detweiler was about to go in, but he gets pulled back to the bench. Schmitz is going to have to be smart here, checking Daniel Kramer. 3:33 left to play here in this first half. Axtell leading by 1. Little curl route there for Peyton Redburn. He's off the rim. No good. Schmelsley quickly up to Shaughnessy right wing. Finds the cutting Eli Brockman. Looking to get to the hole. Kicks it out. Brandon takes on a right corner 3. Now out to Eli. Attention to him. Shaughnessy, topside triple. He got it. Bottoms for Colin Shaughnessy. The first triple between him and Eli, and that's going to force Dighton into a timeout. We'll see coming out of this 60-second break. It's 26-22. 3 minutes left to play before half here on KNDY FM 95.5.
As a farmer, you know you can never have too many tools. And when it comes to risk management, there's one vitally important tool: crop insurance. Your Rain and Hail independent agent can help you use crop insurance as a risk management tool to protect your business. To learn about the insurance tools available, call your local SPS insurance agent. You'll get crop insurance service from an agent that will help you protect what matters most. This agency is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Max Flasky back with you here at KNDY FM 95.5. It's Axtell boys leading by 4 here with 3 minutes left to play in this first half. 26-22 is our score. It's been a back-and-forth contest in this highly contested battle. Again, last year these two teams met in the third and fourth place game. It ended up being an 80-72 win for Axtell. And right now we've got ourselves 48 points right on that mark, getting ready for some action here in the second half. Connor Wilson checks in for Dighton off the bench. First action there for him. Good tough defense here for Axtell. Man-to-man as their crowd comes alive. And then Landon Schmitz gets his hips into the baseline driver, George Von Leonrod, and that's now 3 personal fouls on both Landon Schmitz and Wyatt Detweiler. So it's going to be Detweiler who checks in for Schmitz, and we're going to see if both of them can keep their hands and their bodies out of the cookie jar here at the 2:19 mark. Landon Schmitz, it's a tough matchup with Daniel Kramer. It's been doing decent. Now Schmelsley will match up with him here in the near side corner. Like that matchup for head coach Jason Tynan. 5 out set here for the Hornets as they work it around the horn. Top side, Von Leonrod swings it here now left wing. Hands of the big Boston Scheimer. Nothing going here for the Dighton offense as Scheimer gets to the free throw line. Head fakes on a shot, gets it off to George. George inside the paint. Vince turns on Eli and drops it in for his first bucket. 3 points now for George Von Leonrod. As it's back to a 2-point lead for Axtell. Detweiler, Schmelsley, free throw line for Brandon Schmelsley. Have yourself a game, young man, already in double digits here in this state semifinal game. And now here's this fun matchup I was hoping we get to see. Brandon Schmelsley, Daniel Kramer. Kramer obviously a lot quicker than Brandon, but Brandon's just face guarding Daniel the rest of the way. He can definitely out-muscle Kramer any given day. Here's Scheimer trying to out-muscle Sandman, and good job by Logan to hold his ground. Final 1:15 of this ball game, 4-point lead for Axtell. Top side, it's going to be Romer setting us up. Looking to get it to the tall Steimer at the elbow. Now he swings it near side to Redburn. Redburn is quiet since the first quarter. 3 looks to drive against Detweiler. Detweiler with the three fouls. Smartly stays out of the cookie jar. Shot from the free throw line. It's off from Boston Scheimer. Off and running is Eli Brockman. Kicks it. Left corner 3. Colin. No. Short off the rim. That would have brought the house down here in Colby. Quickly back the other way. Here comes Dighton. All the way into the lane. That's going to be a foul called on Brandon Schmelsley as Daniel Kramer, just a savvy player, gets deep in that paint. Head fakes. Everyone goes jumping. And Brandon will pick up his first personal foul. 7, 9, 11, 13. Now with the free throw. No, it misses the free throw. Daniel Kramer with 13 points in this one. Again, an experienced team for Dighton. All 5 starters are seniors for this Hornets squad. Kramer knocks back-to-back half. 1 for 2 from the stripe. 40 seconds still halftime. 3-point lead for Axtell. It's been back and forth in the first quarter. Axtell's pretty much held a 1 to 2 to 3-point lead all of this second. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Axtell doing a good job of working this ball around the horn. Schmelsley attacks left baseline all the way up and under for Brandon Schmelsley. He has missed 1 shot in this contest as he is now 6 for 7 from the floor with 12 points. He checks Kramer up top. Kramer gets fast now, kicks it off to Scheimer on a little give and go. Final 3 seconds inside the lane. Tipped up. Scheimer from the free throw line is good as the buzzer ends. Boston Scheimer puts it in from the free throw line for his second bucket. Head coach Jason Tynan begging that it was past the clock, but it was awfully close, and I will agree with him. I don't think we've got an official review here, so they're going to go ahead and count that bucket for Boston Scheimer. But, boy, what a heck of a first half have we had here in this 2-3 matchup from Colby, Kansas. It's the Axtell boys leading at halftime, 32-27 here after the first 2 stanzas of play. We're going to take a break. Axtell cheer team getting an opportunity to show off a routine here in Colby, so good job by them. Hopefully they can cheer their boys on to a victory here in the second half. Again, at halftime of this contest, it's Axtell leading by 3, 30-27.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
If If you have plumbing, electrical, heating, or air conditioning service needs, call on the team at Eagle HVAC and Plumbing. Tyler and the crew can handle any project from backups, lights out, or heating and air conditioning service. With quick, friendly service to Axtell and all surrounding communities on both new and existing construction. Eagle HVAC also stocks a full line of name brand appliances, and they offer excavation work as well. Turn to Eagle HVAC and Plumbing of Axtell. Find them on Facebook.
Welcome back to our third and final broadcast of the day here on KNDY FM 95.5. Axtell girls doing a good job here celebrating and entertaining this halftime crowd. Hopefully they'll cheer their boys on to a good second half. It was a great first half. If the second half is any better, we might never want to leave Colby, Kansas out here from state basketball action. It's been a heck of a run here offensively again, as it is the Axtell boys leading at half 32-47. Axtell actually shooting better than I had on the mark. They are 13 for 25 from the line. That is 52% from the floor in this contest. They're led by Brandon Schmelsley, who is 6 for 7 from the floor with a team-high points, 12 for the Eagle boys. Logan Sandman ends up with 9 points in that first half, and I was doing some quick math there. Apologies for that. 3 points apiece for Wyatt Detweiler, Landon Schmitz, and Colin Shaughnessy. Axtell only gets to the line twice in that first half. They go 0 for 2 from the floor. Actually, I should have marked it down there. 1 for 2 from the floor, as Logan Sandman goes 1 for 2 in that first quarter for the Axtell boys. As we look at Dighton here in this one, they are led by Daniel Kramer, who has 14 points, 7 apiece in each quarter. 6 points for Boston Steiner, who had that buzzer beater at the end of the first half. 3 points apiece for George Von Leonrod and 3 for Peyton Redburn. Dighton goes 10 for 21 from the floor, 48%. As, again, both teams shooting it hot in this one. We were tied at 14 all at the end of the first quarter, and Axtell outscores Dighton 16-13 in that second quarter. Looking at a few stats here for this first half, second chance points are always a big one because of offensive rebounds for the Axtell Eagles. Eagles have 6 offensive rebounds, 3 to Logan Sand. 3 of his 4 boards are on the offensive side, as he also has those 9 points, so already almost nearing that double-double mark. But Axtell has 10 second-chance points compared to just 2 for Dighton, and points in the paint are a big difference. Axtell with 18 of their 30 points inside the park, inside the paint, while Dighton only has 10. Again, a tight contest both ways. We had 5 ties. We had 7 lead changes, again, for the second straight year for the Axtell Eagles and the Dighton Hornets to meet in a state championship round. Again, winner of this game will go on to face defending champs Cunningham, as they took care of Elrya Christian 79-69 earlier today in the second round action. We're going to take another timeout here at half. When we come back, we'll take a peek at what state looks like tomorrow for the Twin Valley League and get you ready for second half action here from Colby, Kansas.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
Either an after-the-game stop or a midweek lunch option, head over to Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell. serving up juicy burgers, fresh wraps, crisp salads, or stiff drinks made just the way you like them. Whether it's a quick lunch or a night out, Aces is your go-to spot. Open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and suppers Wednesday through Saturday. Make Aces Bar and Grill in Axtell the place for delicious eats, great drinks, and good times. Follow the Facebook page for daily specials and menu options.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Max Blaskadak with you here from Colby, Kansas. Axtell boys looking for their first trip to a state title game since 2013 when they won it. So Axtell making to look at one and done here at Colby in terms of coming home with a state title. It's 30-27 here at half. Looking at our schedule coming up tomorrow, it is girls action kicking off the day at 4 o'clock. It's 8-seeded Lynn. It's 3-seeded Hanover. Lynn in their first state championship game ever as a school. Hanover, of course, you're back-to-back 1A defending 2 girls state champions. Looking at our boys side of the bracket, if Axtell is to win, they will play at 6:15 or thereabouts versus top-seeded Cunningham. And if they lose, they will be at 2 p.m. versus 4-seeded El Raya Christian. If Axtell is to hold on to Cunningham, I mentioned it, I think, a little bit earlier in the contest. Cunningham had a huge game from their 2 senior guards. All-state player Luke Albers had 32 points and Will Weger had 30 points in the Cunningham win over El Raya Christian. That was a game that El Raya Christian led going into halftime. But Cunningham poured it in the fourth quarter, outscoring El Raya Christian 24-9 in that stanza. Second half action gets us going. Same starting lineups both ways for Axtell and Dighton Eagles. It is Detweiler, Smith, Broxman, Schmelsley, and Sandman. As for Dighton, it will be Kramer, Redburn, Von Leonrod, Romer, and Schreimer. Dighton's first possession, we'll switch to the far end of the court, working left to right as we see it here from the media row in Colby, Kansas. Good defense here, man-to-man by the Eagles early on. A tough inside shot will somehow find the dead part of the back part of the rim for Peyton Redburn and drop in. Good defense from Colin Shaughnessy. Just a shooter's roll on that one. Again, back and forth in the first half. We had 5 ties. We had 7 lead changes in the first 16 minutes. I expect to see a majority of the same here in the second half. Melsley, high post working. Actually, no, different starting lineup. It's Colin Shaughnessy's out there. Detweiler. Detweiler's got those 3 personal fouls. Cutter is Schmidt. Gets it off the Broxman. Now left wing 3. Shaughnessy out the front of the rim. No good. Offensive board. Logan Salmon. He can't finish. And Logan Vince will call the offensive board. And we're going to call a jump ball as Dighton was all over the back of Landon Schmidt. So let that one go and move on to the next play. Axtell will inbound underneath their own basket. It will be Schmidt. Straight line set top side. Honestly thought about a 3 as they're sagging off of him out top. Now left side here to Broxman. Broxman looking high post to Brandon. Brandon kicks it out. Now around the horn it goes. Back over to Eli. Eli triple. No. He can't get going here in this one. He is now 0 for 7 from behind the arc. Again, he was on fire last year at state. He had 14 threes, which is 3rd all-time in Kansas high school season record. Now a foul's going to be called on the other end as Daniel Kramer goes right into the body of Logan Sandman. Sandman comes down with those big 6'4" arms. Kramer will go to the stripe. Dighton got to the line 9 times in that first half. They made 5 of them. Axtell went to the line twice, made 1 of them. Those were all off the right hand of Logan Sandman. Second one here for Kramer is down, and he goes 1 for 2. He missed the first, made the second. Knotted up here at 30. One more tie to the stat sheet here as we play third quarter action. 6 minutes left to go. Schmelsley takes matters into his own hands and goes right through the contact to the rim. He's going to be rewarded with free throws now for Brandon Schmelsley, who is a solid free throw shooter at 57% on the season. First one coming up for Brandon. Rattles home. Wasn't quite quick enough to catch who they put that foul on. They've got 1 on 10, 1 on 4. I think it was on Boston Shimer on his first personal, but we'll double check that. Brandon Schmelsley goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. He's got a team-high 14 now in this one, and a foul will be called on Brandon as him and Peyton Redburn get tangled up. So what was a smooth working first half has kind of turned into a start and stop third quarter. Coming out here in this second half, too, again, change in defense possession. Brandon will guard Kramer. Shot from the mid-range is off the dice, no good. Ball being tipped around and taken out of there by Axtell. Schmitz quickly ahead to Schmelsley, right wing. Brandon hands off to cousin Eli. Eli between the legs. Little high post for Brandon. He's looking for some help. He has it poked away by Peyton Redburn. Turnover, Axtell off and running now is Dighton. And, yeah, I had to look down. Dighton had no turnovers in that first half. They only had 4 in the first-round victory. Here's a missed shot, an offensive board, and George Vonley-Onrod will go to the stripe for 2 free throws. And quickly, Logan Sandman picks up a second personal foul. Yep, that's only going to be 2 on Sandman. So Logan with 2, Shaughnessy with 2, and 3 for Wyatt Detweiler and Landon Schmidt. Actually, Noah Reamer, is the one at the line for the free throws. He knocks down the first one. Wyatt Detweiler will check out Logan Sandman as head coach Jason Dighton goes small again here in this one. Righty puts it up for Dighton. Calmly knocks that one down to Romer. He has now got 3 points here in this contest, and it's a tie ball game once again. How much we want to bet this comes down to one of the last 2 possessions in this game. 5 minutes left to play, third quarter action. Kramer reads the pass to Detweiler. Kramer at the other end puts it up and down for the lead for Dighton. 17 now for Daniel Kramer. And a reminder, he had 35 versus Axtell in the third and fourth place game, a top 4 scorer in the state of Kansas. Memory serves correct. Actually only a 30 scorer, but he likes to play these Eagles. Eli gets inside, kicks it out to Brandon. Now Landon steps into 3. No, long, and Logan Sandman tips it around. Shaughnessy tips it around. It's off of Axtell. Back over to Dighton. Landon Schmitz had 1 triple in that first half. He's now 1 for 3 from behind the arc. As we're going to go back with height here as Logan Sandman will check into the contest for Shaughnessy. So now Brandon, Eli, Landon, Wyatt, and Logan out there for the Eagles. Kramer will look to go man-to-man pressure against Brandon Schmelsley. Good job by Brandon to stay in front of the quicker Kramer. Man-to-man defense here for Axtell. Dighton leads by 2. 4:24 left to play in this third quarter. Brandon Schmelsley is going to pick up a third personal foul on some weak contact out front. And that's going to have to call in Colin Shaughnessy as head coach Jason Tynan has to juggle fouls. I don't like to get in it too terribly much, but 3, 6, 9, 11, 13 team fouls in this game for Axtell. Only 2, 4, 7 for Dighton. Inside, get high-low action, leads to an easy runner from Noah Reamer. He's got 4 points now in this quarter, and head coach Jason Tynan wants to take a timeout. He's not near as calm as we've seen him in most contests. He's going to let his team hear it in his timeout. Let's see if this energizes his defense here in this third quarter. Axtell, who led by 3 at half, now trails by 4 in this third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When you start a plumbing or electrical project, make sure that you have what you need to get the job done. If you don't have everything you need, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber can help. Stocking a full line of electrical wiring, switches, boxes, and everything to the fixtures and even light bulbs. For that plumbing task, there's pipes, connectors and joints, faucets, toilets, and accessories. From an installation or remodel to a simple repair, get the plumbing and electrical supplies you need at one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Max Blasky back with you here on KDY FM 95.5. We got third quarter action here in Colby, Kansas, rocking and rolling. Axtell, for probably the first time in quite a few games that I can remember, trails in this contest. I would be interested to see going back. I know they didn't trail versus Central Christian. I doubt they trailed versus St. John's Tipton. I don't think they did versus Lynn. Maybe the last game of the regular season, Clifton Clyde, which was only a 10-point victory for Axtell. That was their closest game. Might be the last time Eagles trailed. Eli Brocksterman at 3, and let's get Eli going. His first triple of this ball game in 6 attempts for Eli. Confident shooters continue to shoot, and let's get this one rolling here in the second half for Eli. Here's Kramer, free throw line pull-up shot, no good. Board dive high by Eli. One and done for the Hornets. At the other end, Shaughnessy right to the rim, and now foul shots coming for Axtell. This looks like this confident offensive team that we're used to seeing all season. That personal foul will go on Daniel Kramer, his second personal foul, as Shaughnessy took it right into the teeth of that Hornets defense. Silence goes across the crowd here at Colby Event Center. Shaughnessy knocks down the free throw. Shaughnessy, a 65% free throw shooter, looking to go 2 for 2. More than I've ever heard in my life. He drops that one short off the front of the rim. No dice. Knotted up here at 36. Another tie to our stanza. Right side, Kramer's going to be hounded by Eli all the way to the rim, and he finishes over 3 Axtell defenders. Daniel Kramer, he must really like this Axtell blue, white, and red to play against, because he is feeling it again here in Colby. Left side, Landon Schmitz will look for some help. Middle side of this 2-3 defense for the Hornets. Right corner, Eli looking to feed it. Middle again. Cutter coming in is Colin. Wyatt outside by half court will get us set up. 36-38, Dighton in the lead. 2-point disadvantage for Axtell. 2:45 left to play in the ball game. Brocksterman, a deep one. No, off the rim, no good, but Landon Schmitz tracks it down and saves. A possession for Atweiler inside the lane. Floater, no, that's off the rim, no good, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Dighton. Possession will stay here with Axtell. And a short-lived breath for Brandon Schmelsley as he's right back into the contest for Logan Sandman. Logan had a good first half, 9 points. But defensively, you need to stick with these guards for Dighton. Around the horn. Here now to Detweiler. Brandon at the free throw line. Pump fakes, throws around. Schmitz now. Round to the right corner. Here's going to be a miscommunication by Axtell. It's thrown into the backcourt by the Eagles. It's going to be awfully close to backcourt violation. I thought it was saved by Landon Schmitz, but it was just a miscommunication as Schmitz was going to cut middle, and I believe Eli was going to throw it back to him top the key. 2-point lead for Dighton, 2:20 left to play in this ball game. Daniel Kramer has been the story in this one. He's got a cool 19 points, 19 to Dighton's 38. Now he's going to be checked by Collins. Trying to back down Collins. He picks up his dribble, needs help at the far corner. George has it. Now it's tipped away. Taken by Detweiler. Detweiler ahead to Landon Schmitz. Schmitz lefty layup is good for Landon Schmitz. We've got our tie ball game on the first turnover for Dighton in this contest. Yes, you've heard that right. They only had 4 in the first round game. They had no going into this second half here versus Axtell. 30-second timeout will be called by Dighton over on the far side. We're going to keep it right here, though, as we've got 1:42 left to play in this third quarter. Again, it's been back and forth as many as expected. The top 4 seeds all made it to semifinal action. Top seeded Cunningham and defending champ punched their ticket to a state championship, at least first, on coming up tomorrow at 6:15. Axtell looking to punch their first ticket to a championship game since 2013. That year, the Eagles won it, brought home the title. That's been their last title and their only title in school history. 38 all here, 1:42 left to play, third period. Landon Schmitz, White Detweiler, Eli Brockstrom, Brandon Schmelsley, and Colin Shaughnessy will be the 5 out there for the Eagles. In the backcourt, going to be Kramer taking it along with Boston Scheimer, Noah Romer, Bramer, George Von Leonrod, and Peyton Redburn, all the way to the rim, up and down for 2 is George Von Leonrod. I got to say the full name because I'll mess it up if I don't. Back to a 2-point lead for Dighton. 3-ball, Eli, no, not that one. Saved by Brandon, but right into the hands of Daniel Kramer. Kramer off and running. Fast break, he'll pull it out. Checked by Shaughnessy, top side. He'll dance with Colin, now swing it left wing. Here goes Von Leonrod against the smaller Detweiler. Misses that one wildly. And now here comes Axtell looking to tie or take the lead in the final 60 seconds of this contest. Left side, Shaughnessy. He's not looked for his shot here in this one. He's only got 4 points. Eli high post will kick it out now, top side. Swing pattern to Schmelsley. Schmelsley out top to Shaughnessy, around now left wing. Eli into the lane, kicks it out. Detweiler, corner 3 off the rim, no good. Fought for Landon Schmitz, gets it, flips it up and good for Landon Schmitz. 4 points in this quarter, and it was all set up by the effort on the offensive board. Let's see if Axtell can get a defensive stop. Kramer, free throw line jumper is down. A pure assassin from Daniel Kramer has back to a 2-point lead for Dighton it goes. Final 15 seconds of this quarter. 42-40 is the score. Elsley right corner, looking for a cutter. He'll just walk it up. Now Eli up top. 3, that's no, off the rim. Saved by Colin Shaughnessy. Schmitz at the buzzer. No, that's an air ball. And we're going to go into this final quarter with Axtell trailing 42-40. Final stanza for a right to play Cunningham in a state championship game coming up tomorrow. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
The answer is yes, SBS.
At SBS Insurance, we believe in service beyond the sale. We are fortunate to have multiple competitive companies to quote your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. By taking advantage of our annual renewal review, you can rest assured that you have the right coverage for the most competitive rate. Contact your local SBS office today to see how we can provide you service beyond the sale.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
Max Blasky back with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. It's Axtell trailing by 2, 42-40 as we start this fourth and final stands. Inside big block by Brandon Schmelsley. Missed shot there by Boston Schreimer as here come the Eagles. Schmelsley will 1 point, looking for some help. Shaughnessy left corner. Storyline here in this one, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Eli Brockstrom, he is 1 for 7, 1 for 11 from three-point land, and Colin Shaughnessy is just 1 for 5. Here's Shaughnessy, gives it to Schmelsley. Free throw line jumper, short on that one. Good-looking shot, though, from Brandon. He's got 14 in this ball game to lead Axtell. Quickly the other way, Leaner from Kramer. He hits the deck, no good. Opportunity for Axtell to off and run. Brockstrom right corner, now will swing it back around the horn. Shaughnessy takes it top side. He'll reset it for the Eagles. Coming down to the final possession, finds a cutter. Eli and 1. for Eli Brocksterman. He can't hit the regular three. Let's go and get you an old-fashioned three-point play here. Eli knocked down the free throw and call her good. That personal foul goes on Noah Romer, his third foul in this contest. Smelsley at the line, his first free throw attempt here to knock Travis off the front of the rim and home. An old-fashioned three-point play there for Eli. It's back up to a 1-point lead for Axtell. How do they stop Daniel Kramer? He averages 20 a game. He's at 21 right now going into this final stanza. Now in the right corner, it's going to be Von Lonrod. Top side now with Romer. They're trying to work Kramer open left side. They do. High post action. Short post is good from Boston Scheimer. Logan Sandman left him to help on Kramer. Left Scheimer down, and that's just a good basketball play down low. Detweiler up top with Dighton now back up by 1. Hot ball movement, top side as Brandon steps out. Kicks it to Eli, left corner. Now Brandon on the wing. Brandon looking to get against this 2-3 zone. Eli, 3, left wing. That was off his hands wrong from the get, but Colin chases down the board. Eli tries to feed it into Sandman. Good job by Logan to keep the ball alive, and we're going to have a kick, by Logan Sandman, and it will go back over to Dighton. So I don't blame Eli for continuing to shoot, but by golly, let's at least keep it in your hands instead of trying to feed it through the lengthy arms of this Dighton defense. Kramer comes up with it against this full-court man-to-man pressure for Axtell. Kramer works it left to right, guarded by Brandon Smelsley. It's Smelsley, Shaughnessy, Schmitz, Sandman, and Broxton out there for the Eagles. Going to get a screen left in the corner. First action here for number 15. Peyton Redburn, excuse me. I didn't see the number quite as well on that one. Axel Banstowney defense. Here's a head seat play by Eli Brocksterman. That's going to be off of Dighton. Turnover, Dighton. Their second one in this broadcast. And it was all made by Eli Brocksterman, who came off his man to swipe the ball away out of the hands of Boston Scheimer. Eagles now trail by 1, but with possession of the ball. Top side, Shaughnessy will set us up. Axtell could hit 1 or 2 more threes in this game. They could, but still got plenty of time. 5:15 left to play with a right to go to the state title game. Brocksterman fakes on a 3. Now Shaughnessy top side. Tip pass taken away by Kramer as he read that one. Right, Colin Shaughnessy's eyes like a book. It's going to stay, though, here with the Eagles. All scoring is coming from the starters for Dighton. Very similar to for Axtell. Colin Shaughnessy only with 4 points here in this game. He has not looked near as aggressive as normal. Here he is, left corner. He drives baseline into the contact, up and under, and a pretty how-do-you-do shot there for Colin Shaughnessy. By calling out again, get it. Now a steal on the inbound. Axtell, Eli, a 3. That's an air ball, no good. Tip save is no good here from Axtell. They don't have numbers. As back quickly the other way goes Dighton. Now taken away by Smith. Smith lays it up and in for the bucket from Landon Smith. Good possession there for Eagles. They regain the 3-point lead. Kramer across the timeline. He'll work here against Collins. 4:16 left to play in our ball game. Top side, Kramer looking to get a screen and roll action. He drives right baseline into the team. Axel blocked by Logan Salmon. His second of the contest. Kramer on the ground. Axel running. Smelsley will slow it down. Finds a streak in Eli. To the rim. No, but tipped out. Saved by Logan Salmon. Another possession here for Axel. Inside, Brandon Smelsley loses it. Turnover, Eagles. There's a lot of hands on that ball, but I think it was all ball that poked it away. Got to calm down here now defensively, and Dighton will take a timeout. They'll let our blood pressure drop here just a little bit as it's 47-44, Axtell in the lead. 3:42 left to play. Dighton calls the TO. We'll take the 30-second break, 60-second break. We'll be back to Candy FM 95.5 after this.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. D&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. D&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. D&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
47-44 is our fourth quarter score here. Defensive possession moments ago. Colin Shaughnessy puts in a bucket. Brandon Schmelsley comes up with a big steal off the inbound, and a 2-point runner was good on the next possession by Landon Schmidt. Axtell's now outscored Dighton 7-4 here in this final stanza as a battle-tested Eagles team look for their first trip to a state title game since 2013. This announcer here getting a little bit of a sore voice, but it's all for good cause. One more win here for Colby for Axtell can send 3 Twayvale teams to state championship action tomorrow. Final 3:36 of this ball game. Eagles lead by 3. Man-to-man defense by Axtell. Daniel Kramer will be checked by Brandon Schmelsley. Let's see what kind of Axtell they give Kramer. Good job by Schmelsley to stick right in the hip pocket of Kramer. Boyle, that out-of-bounds play. Now he's just going to back up, go ISO against Landon. Working left, little give-off. Now trying to get back in the corner. Just going to keep eyes on Kramer. Dighton has that other scores, no one over 6, but it's all come from the hands of Kramer on assist. Top side, Romer will look for some help. Left side now, Redburn. Who's going to be Axtell besides Kramer? Good defensive possession here from the Eagles as their faithful comes to the feet here in Colby. Final 3 minutes of this ball game. It is out of the hands of Daniel Kramer as Brandon Schmelsley has shut him down. Now a timeout is going to have to be called by Dighton as a heck of a defensive possession by the Axtell Eagles, forced back-to-back timeouts here by the Dighton Hornets. We're going to keep it right here in the final 2:46 of this ball game. 30-second timeout will be the call from Dighton. I'll give you a quick reset here. Dighton has one timeout left in their back pocket. Jason Tynan has 3 left in his. I believe neither team are close. I believe, like I said, neither team is close to double bonus yet. We'll pull that up here in just a little bit. But again, it's been the Daniel Kramer show here in this one. He averages 21 points. He had 21 through 3 quarters, but the last 3 possessions, Brandon Schmelsley has shut him down, just like you see on the gridiron. 1 personal foul has been committed by Dighton in this quarter, none by Axtell, so both teams well away from that bonus here in the fourth and final stanza. Dighton will inbound it on their own side of the court. Kramer will bring it across the timeline. Schmelsley will check him right at half. Flat 4 across the free throw line will start this section. A little elevator screen by Schmelsley. Schmelsley gets through it by Kramer. Kramer man-to-man against Brandon. Good job by Brandon. Who else but Daniel? 3 ball off the mark. No good. Logan pulls down the defensive board. Peyton Redburn couldn't hit from behind the arc. And a big defensive stop by these Axtell Eagles. 3-point possession, 47-44. Axtell in head with the final 2:15. And Brandon Eli Brocksterman will walk it out by half court. Inside Logan Salmon is left all alone. And Brandon Schmelsley found him. Double digits now for Salmon. Here comes Kramer. Stops 3-point line. Fires. No. Board being fought for. Ends up with Dighton. Now post away. Turnover Dighton. Landon Smith comes away with it. A big fourth quarter here for the Axtell boys as head coach Jason Tynan yells 5 out, 5 out, 5 out. Axtell will look to run clock leading by 5. 49-44. Final 1:30 in this contest. Landon Smith, right side, working handoffs with Brandon, Eli, and Colin. Logan the other way down low, and now a foul will be committed out top on George Von Leonrod, his second personal foul. Is Dighton well away from those 5 team fouls. That will give a chance for head coach Jason Tynan to get his 5 guards out on the floor. Detweiler now, along with Brocksterman, Shaughnessy, Schmelsley, and Schmidt. Box set along the lane here for the Eagles, looking to get it inbounded. Brandon tries left baseline. Block call will be called on Daniel Kramer. That's his 3rd personal foul, and a smart move by a smart athlete, and Brandon Schmelsley, he wasn't going to score. He was just trying to get to the bucket and force this Dighton defense into rotation. Connor Wilson will check in here defensively as Daniel Kramer goes to the full bench in the final 121. All right, we'll take that here. I don't know. We'll probably get a timeout here if Dighton gets the stop. I've got to guess. No, we're just going to take him out so Kramer can't pick up the foul. We're going to reach up to the 5 mark here as now another one will be given by Dighton. Paxton Redburn picks up his first personal foul. 5-point lead for Axtell. Again, Eagles trailed 42-40 coming into this final stanza. They lead 49-44 right now. Here's going to be the 5th personal foul to send Wyatt Detweiler to the line. And is he the man you want to send to the stripe? Probably if you're Dighton. He's 46% from the line. He hasn't shot a free throw yet here tonight. Detweiler at the stripe, 3 points in this. He started the game off with a big triple. Now the free throw stripe. Oh, free throw rattles out from Wyatt. It was halfway down, and then it goes out. Here comes Noah Raymer. Here comes Daniel Kramer. Kind of rhymed there, didn't it? Second one here coming for Eli. Puts it up. It's long. No good. Offensive board, Brandon Schmelsley. Another possession for Axtell. And Eli Brockman wants it. Now gives it to Colin. And Colin Shaughnessy is going to be fouled. The best free throw shooter, second best free throw shooter behind Landon Smith on this team at 65%. Colin 1 for 2 from the line in this contest. That personal foul will go on Paxton Redburn, his second. Shaughnessy at the stripe. Brett puts this one up, and it's pure. 6-point lead for Axtell. 1:11 left to go in the ball game. Shaughnessy at the line can make it 7. Puts it up, and he does. It's a 3-point possession game here in the final 1:11 as it's 51-44. Axtell Eagles ahead of Dighton. Kramer streaking down the court. He gets behind the defense again. The good job by Brandon. The closeout on the 3. No. Board. Eli Brocksterman. Eli across the timeline. Here he goes. Kicks it to Brandon. Brandon, no, misses at the rim. That would have put it out of reach. But now we've got a foul, I believe, on Axtell. No, it was just touched out of bounds by Axtell. So now Dighton will have to inbound it. Final 60 seconds of this ball game. Kramer looking for the 3. Poked away by Eli Brocksterman in the far corner. Another turnover, Dighton. Their unofficial 6th in this quarter, and it will send Eli Brocksterman to the line. As rough of a night as he has had from the field, this one can close it out for Axtell. A 7-point lead. It's 2 possession now for Axtell. All icing on the cake here for Eli. He puts up the first one. It's no good, no dice. This is a shooting for the Brocksterman senior that he's going to want to forget, but it looks like he's going to get another chance tomorrow. Second one here for Eli. He bangs that one home. Hits the back half of them. It's 52. It's 44. Axtell in head. Final 40 seconds. A 3 from Von Leonrod. He hits it. And a quick triple timeout will be called by Dighton. Dighton's not dead yet. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a quick 60-second break. Final 44 seconds of this ball game. We'll be back after this.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Boy, I hope everyone's having as much fun listening to these games I'm having calls, and we've had a great day here at Colby. And Axtell is 44 seconds away from punching their ticket to their first title game since 13. Dighton comes out full court pressure. It's going to be inbound to Colin Shaughnessy. Well, they foul him in the backcourt. No, they give it to Brandon. Brandon's going to be hounded in the backcourt, and he's going to walk to the line as Connor Wilson will pick up the personal foul. Again, a 5-point lead for Axtell. 2 free throws here can pretty much put icing on the cake for the Eagles. Brandon Schmelsley saving his best game for possibly his last. 14 points, make it 15 as Brandon at the line knocks down the first one. Schmelsley, a 57% free throw shooter, will step to the line trying to make this one a 7-point contest and a 3-possession game. Brandon, 2 quick dribbles, rattles off, no good. It stays a 6-point game. Kramer has the ball in his hand, guarded by Brandon. Shakes and bakes top side, gets Brandon in the air. Pump fake shot, no, off the rim. Offensive board inside will be put up by Noah Romer. But let's see if it's a little bit too late for Dighton. A foul will be called on send Eli Brocksterman to the stripe as Paxton Redburn picks up. Dighton just continues to hang in this ball game. It's now a 4-point lead for Axtell. Need to come down and hit some free throws. As a team on the season, Axtell 55%. Of course, we'll have final stats and scores for you at the conclusion of this one. Eli, again, hasn't had the best shooting night that he's accustomed to, but he calmly knocks down the first of 2 free throws to push this lead back up to 5. It's Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, Brandon Schmelsley, Colin Shaughnessy out there for the Eagles, along with Eli Brocksterman at the line. Righty, 3 dribbles, puts this one up, and that's here from Eli Brocksterman. 6 big points in this final quarter. Kramer across the timeline. Kramer to the rim. Axtell lets him get the 2-point bucket, and we're going to play the foul game. No, Dighton has a steal. It's a scrum on the floor. It's a jump ball, and a possession arrow over to the Eagles. Dighton about made this one a lot closer than it was going to be here in the final one. Head coach Jason Tynan wanting a timeout. He'll take a 30-second one to discuss this inbound. We're going to keep it right here with you here on KNDY FM 95.5. Again, earlier today, we saw the Lynn girls punch their ticket to a title game. They will take on Hanover tomorrow at 4. Axtell looking to hold on here and take on defending champion and top seeded Cunningham tomorrow at 6:15. But there's still 4-point game here in the final 11.7 seconds. Again, any foul will send Axtell to the line. They just about dropped the ball on that last inbound. So head coach Jason Tynan drawing up an inbounds play here that'll hopefully send Axtell to winner's circle. Landon Schmitz, Wyatt Detweiler, Brandon Schmelsley, Colin Shaughnessy, and Eli Brocksterman out there for the Eagles. Inbounder will be Brandon. We're going to go flat 4 across the free throw line on the far side of the court, more along the baseline. Streaker is Landon Schmitz. He had him. He doesn't see him. Looking for some help, and a timeout will be called by Brandon Schmelsley. Landon Schmitz, who got beat about 3 or 4 times by Daniel Kramer early in this contest, went running wild down the far side of the court. But Brandon Schmelsley wasn't looking that way. Quarterback that didn't see a wide receiver. Oh, I've never heard of that one before in my life. 4-point lead for Axtell, 55-51. Again, Axtell trailed going into the fourth quarter, 42-40. They have outscored Dighton now in this final stanza, 15-9, and look to close out this victory and go on to a state championship contest. It was a full timeout taken by head coach Jason Tynan. He doesn't need it. That's all he had left in his back pocket. Reset for you. Dighton has no timeouts. They trail by 4. Axtell has 1 timeout with the ball in the backcourt. Again, Dighton with 5 fouls. They've been sending Axtell to the line here in this fourth quarter. Axtell, who only shot 2 free throws in the first half, has now shot 15 here in the second. Going to be a line set here. Colin Shaughnessy breaks away. He's going to be the one that gets fouled. And Noah Rimmer will pick up the 4th personal foul. Colin Shaughnessy going to the line. Again, he is second on the team at 65% from the stripe this season in 43 attempts. Shaughnessy at the line. 2 quick dribbles with the right hand. Sets it in, puts it up. He got it. Pure as silk from Colin Shaughnessy. Cool as a cucumber and whatever adjective you want to use here in this one. 5-point contest. This can make it 6. Shaughnessy rolls out. Dighton still got a chance with 7 across the timeline. Looking for Kramer. No, with the wild 3 put up by Noah Romer, and a late foul will be committed on Landon Schmidt, and the Axtell Eagles are going to hold on to this one with the victory with 1.2 on the clock, a 5-point lead for the Eagles. Axtell will live to fight another day and get to the place they've wanted to get since the start of this season, and that is a state championship contest here in Colby, Kansas. Landon Schmitz at the line, rattles out. No dice on that one. That's now free throw attempts number 19 in this second half coming for Axtell. 5-point game here for Landon. Big smile on his face. Puts it up from the right. He knocks it down. Landon Schmitz goes 1 for 2. Final second, runs off the clock, and that's it. The Axtell boys win this contest in exciting fashion here in Colby. 57-51 in this contest. It was Axtell in the second half that made it worthwhile for the Eagle fans to make the treacherous trip all the way from northeast Kansas. That Axtell prevails, and they live to fight another day. They will take on defending champion Cunningham coming up tomorrow in the boys' championship game at 6 p.m. with live coverage on KNDY FM 95.5. A hard-fought victory for the Eagles, and it wasn't without some pressure, but it was Axtell that comes out with the impressive 57-51 victory over Dighton, their second win in 2 years over the Hornets. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you final stats from this contest to get you ready for more high school basketball action coming up tomorrow from Colby, Kansas.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
If you have plumbing, electrical, heating, or air conditioning service needs, call on the team at Eagle HVAC and Plumbing. Tyler and the crew can handle any project from backups, lights out, or heating and air conditioning service. With quick, friendly service to Axtell and all surrounding communities on both new and existing construction. Eagle HVAC also stocks a full line of name brand appliances, and they offer excavation work as well. Turn to Eagle HVAC and Plumbing of Axtell. Find them on Facebook.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
Either an after-the-game stop or a midweek lunch option, head over to Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell. Serving up juicy burgers, fresh wraps, crisp salads, or stiff drinks made just the way you like them. Whether it's a quick lunch or a night out, Ace's is your go-to spot. Open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and suppers Wednesday through Saturday. Make Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell the place for delicious eats, great drinks, and good times. Follow the Facebook page for daily specials and menu options.
Warm weather is on the way, and it's time for spring cleaning. Cut down on clutter by signing up for paperless billing with Blue Valley Technologies. Tired of mail delays? No need to worry, with monthly invoices being sent directly to your email. Sign up before April 30th for paperless billing by changing your account settings online at bluevalley.net or call our office at 877-876-1228 and receive a one-time $20 bill credit.
Since 1976, Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions has been your farm and home marketing team. Let the experienced family team of Tom and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you when buying or selling a home or farmland. Delivering timely, honest, and professional guidance, visit olmstedrealestate.com to view current listings and auctions. Your farm and home marketing team is Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions.
310, sold 300. That's buyer 5-2.
Max Blasky back with you here from Colby, Kansas. As the dust settles, it was the Axtell boys punching their ticket to a state championship game, first time since 2013, with a 57-51 victory over Dighton. And this one, head coach Jason Tynan also celebrates his 150th career victory as the Eagles head coach. So no better way to head into a championship Saturday than with a milestone victory and a heck of a victory here in this one. I'm going to fast forward all the way to that final quarter. Axtell Trail going 42-40 into that final stanza, and the sequence that sticks out for me is an and one opportunity by Eli Brockshman early in that contest that put Eagles up by one. Dighton got another bucket here or there. I think Axtell switched around, but it was a tough take to the rim by Colin Shaughnessy that put Axtell up by one, and then a steal on the second to, or not the next possession, but the possession after Axtell got a defensive stop that led to a Landon Schmitz run out, a quick 4-point swing in a 3-possession span that put Axtell up by 3. And once they get to that mark, they held on in this one. Axtell outscored Dighton 17-9 in the final stanza, and Axtell goes 9 for 15 from the free throw line in the final quarter, while Dighton doesn't even attempt a free throw in the fourth quarter of this ball game. Axtell on the season has been a 50% free throw shooting team all year, about 55. They shoot at 72% in this ball game. Now, threes were a problem. Give me a quick second here. Eli Brockshman was 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, was 1 for 12. Colin Shaughnessy was just 1 for 5 from behind the line. So your two best three-point shooters combined for only 2 points, but it was the savviness of Brandon Schmelsley that really kept this Axtell team surrounded as it came down to the final wire. Looking at scoring totals here in this one, we're going to move on first with Dighton. They were led by Daniel Kramer, who loves playing against these Eagles. He had 38 against them last year in the state tournament game. He has 23 here tonight. 8 points for George Von Leonrod, 8 for Boston Scheimer, 7 for Noah Raymer, and 5 for Peyton Redburn. Now turning our attention to the Axtell boys. I mentioned it. It was Brandon Schmelsley. He led the way with 15 points, 11 points for Logan Sandman, 10 for Landon Schmitz, 9 for Colin Shaughnessy, 9 for Eli Brockshman, and 3 for Wyatt Detweiler. And also a storyline here or two in this one, 2 of them. Axtell, now with the most wins in school history with 24 on a season. They'll look to make it 25 tomorrow in a state title game. And also, head coach Jason Tynan goes over 150 career wins as his helm at the Axtell boys. So heck of a run there by head coach Jason Tynan. I mentioned it in the earlier broadcast previewing Cunningham, and I'll probably preview it again tomorrow. When it comes to this Axtell team, the old Aristotle saying, and no, I don't have this off the top of my head, I did have to look it up, but the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, and especially tonight for the Axtell Eagles with 3 players in double figures, while Dighton had 1 player over 20 and no one else over 8. Axtell boys come out big on top as a team in the final stanza, outscoring Dighton 17-9 to win 57-51. We're going to take our final timeout. When we come back, I'll give you a rundown of how broadcast action looks for tomorrow before I go hit the sack and come back here for 2 championship games from the Twin Valley League as Axtell punches their ticket to the title game 57-51 over Dighton.
Earning a degree is easy with Highland Community College. Highland offers multiple locations and technical training across Northeast Kansas. Can't make it to campus? No problem with Highland's online classes. Live out of state? Pay one low rate of $126 per credit hour. Enrollment is open now, so visit us at highlandcc.edu. Highland Community College. Close to home, far from debt.
Cattle sales Thursdays at Marysville Livestock Incorporated. For upcoming consignment listings, go online to marysvillelivestock.com or call the sale barn if you're listing early consignments. Contact sale barn manager Jim Dollinghouse or any of their fieldmen. Marysville Livestock Incorporated, featuring cattle sales on Thursdays. For additional information and early consignments, go online to marysvillelivestock.com.
Tough Midwest lawns need tough American-made mowing equipment. This year, ride with the best on a new Hustler mower from Blue Valley Trailers in Waterville. Hustler provides top-of-the-line cutting performance while also offering first-in-class comfortable designs. With a full line of residential and commercial zero-turn options, Blue Valley Trailers can have you on a new Hustler in no time or service the one you have. See what options are available at BlueValleyTrailers.com or stop by the showroom on the east side of Waterville. Hustler mowers work as hard as you. Find the right model today at Blue Valley Trailers.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Max Blasky back with you here from Colby, Kansas, one last time on this Friday night as we close out our broadcast coverage. 3 TVL teams entered this semifinal action. 3 TVL teams will be making a trip to a state championship contest. Axtell defeats Dighton here in our final contest 57-51, while earlier today 8-seeded Lynn takes care of 5-seeded Attica 54-39 in our first contest, and 3-seeded Hanover takes care of Levo 37-34 in a nail-biter in our second game. So that sets up a Lynn-Hanover Girls Championship game set for 4 p.m. Our broadcast coverage will start probably right around the 3:30, 3:40 mark for that one, and then we're just going to walk right on in to the Axtell boys as they take on top-seeded and defending champion Cunningham at about 6:15 with that broadcast live here on KNDY FM 95.5, along with in our app at KNDYradio.com on both of those streaming platforms. Final thought here from Axtell, if you're just tuning in, want to give them a big shout-out again real quick. Head coach Jason Tynan goes over 150 wins, their first title appearance since 2013, their most wins in school history at 24. But as James Shaughnessy came over here to me and said at the end of the broadcast, job's not done. One more for the Axtell boys as they look for their first state title in school history, or second state title in school history coming up tomorrow. Meanwhile, in that girls' contest, Hanover will be looking to three-peat. Lynn looking for their first ever in school history as this is their first ever trip to a state championship game. A big thank you to our sponsors here tonight, Axtell Trust, SBS Insurance of Seneca, B&D Buildings, Brad Brockstrom, the Axtell Car Wash, Little Joe's Service, Moonlight Restoration, Axtell and Hometown Lumbers, Western National Bank, Eagle HVAC and Plumbing, Marriott Bussing Construction, Aces Cafe, along with our state sponsors here this year, Landall Company, Marysville Livestock Incorporated, Blue Valley Trailers in Waterville, Highland Community College, Blue Valley Technologies, Rob Olmsted Real Estate, and Marysville Dental Care. Again, we'll be back on coverage about 3:30 or so tomorrow for the Lynn girls and the Hanover girls, followed up by the Axtell boys and Cunningham boys, both in state championship action as the TVL looks for a clean sweep out here at Colby. Big appreciation to Jeff Workston. Again, a lot of shout-outs here today, but big appreciation to him giving us score updates throughout the season. Check out TVLSportsSpotlight.com. Big thank you to Bruce Dierking back in studio making everything work in what was a wild weather Friday. Hope you all stay safe and informed. We'll see you back here tomorrow from Colby, Kansas. Go Eagles. We're signing off here on KNDY FM 95.5.
KNDY.